Scientists call it Asimina triloba, but we know it as the pawpaw. They have the nickname custard apple because of their sweet, creamy taste. We call it the Kentucky banana, and in Indiana, they call it the Indiana banana. People are rediscovering these forgotten fruits. Pawpaw fruits are the largest edible fruit native to the eastern, southern, and midwestern states. They are commonly foraged in rural areas. Like the last video on black walnuts, we are going to talk about foraging and growing them. If you're an older adult like me, you might remember learning the traditional Appalachian folk song, Pickin' Up Pawpaws. I loved to go in the woods and gather pawpaws when I was a girl. Hi, I'm Amy, and welcome to my channel. I just released my garden planner for Zone 6 friends. You can find it on my website as a PDF and on Amazon in paperback. The pawpaw is an understory tree, which means it likes shade. They are often found along creeks and rivers. They spread by runners and grow in a cluster like this one. Native pawpaws grow in zones 5 through 8. However, cultivars have been developed for more cold hardiness and can be grown in zone 4. In the spring, it produces interesting flowers that smell pretty bad. They are pollinated by flies and beetles. If they remind you of magnolia flowers, that's because they are in the same family. The leaves are long and ovate shaped. Fruits grow in clusters. The kidney-shaped fruit grows between 3 and 6 inches long. They start off firm and green and then turn browner with some spotting. Depending on where you live, pawpaw fruit is harvestable from late August through October. Color is not a reliable sign of maturity. Fruits start to soften and may fall off the tree. Use your nose. Ripe pawpaws have a sweet, fruity smell and are soft to touch. In fall, pawpaw trees turn a pretty rusty yellow color. You can grow your own pawpaws from the seeds. The seeds are toxic to humans, so don't eat them. They are large and easy to handle. Do not let them dry out, but rinse them and plant immediately. Fun fact, the seeds are much larger than many fruits because the pawpaw tree evolved along with woolly mammoths and mastodons. These prehistoric animals were much larger than deer and elk today, who may also eat the fruits. Ironically, the bark and leaves contain toxins and are avoided by herbivores. Good for us gardeners. Along with being important mammal food, several butterfly and moth species use it as a host tree. This past year, the city of Pittsburgh planted pawpaws in order to reattract the zebra swallowtail. Pawpaw seed is slow to germinate and needs a stratification period. Seeds should not be allowed to freeze or dry out. They need a cold, moist environment for 70 to 100 days. You can do this in your fridge or plant outside in a sheltered area or greenhouse. After their chilling period, sow the seeds 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters deep in a well-aerated soil mix with an optimum temperature of 75 to 85 degrees for germination. Ideally, you should use tall containers designed for trees, not like the smaller ceramic pots I used. This is because the pawpaw has a very long taproot. Be patient. Emergence can take 2 months. Transplant when they are about a foot tall. They do best in partial shade with morning sun. They need an acid soil of between 5 and 5.7 pH. You can check out my blueberry video to get ideas on how to acidify your soil. Wild-grown trees take 5 to 8 years before they make fruit. Tree wraps can help prevent sun scald. Space your trees 15 to 25 feet apart, depending on the variety, not like the ones in this picture. You can also purchase cultivars, and there are many good varieties to choose from. Stark Brothers has a good selection, and so does Amazon. Domestic varieties are much smaller, about 12 feet, and they can handle more sun. You will need to buy at least 2 different varieties for cross pollination. Grafted cultivars will grow faster and produce bigger fruits in about 5 years. Pawpaws like to be kept moist, but they also need well draining soil. I recommend digging in plenty of compost and green sand when you plant them out. Kentucky State University has the biggest pawpaw research facility in the world. I highly recommend checking out their website. Also, if you are close enough to drive to Frankfurt, they do fabulous workshops on pawpaws and other plants. I had always loved their Third Thursday programs. Annual average yield per tree is 1 to 3 bushels, about 9 pounds at 5 years old. Pawpaws will keep in the fridge for up to 2 weeks, but the pulp will last in the freezer for several months. It is fabulous on bread and cookies. Pawpaws are also great to plant if you have a wildlife garden. Please boop that like button. I put out organic gardening and wildlife videos every week. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see. Thanks for watching and have a fabulous day.